Hello!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to live coverage of the Modern Championship Series qualifier here at Game Castle in Ankeny.
Beautiful day. We're inside.
These two things have nothing to do with each other. How's it going, man?
What's going on? I'm Stefan.
I am Blake.
I'm back this week.
Back? Yeah, we had Jay last week.
Jay, great man, good friend.
Yeah.
I had some family stuff going on that weekend, but I'm back in the booth with you.
Back in the booth for more sexy modern action, and for the feature match round one. At the top of your screen, we have Al playing Rakdos Goblins.
Gobbos?
An archetype that he is very familiar with. We saw him on camera, I think it was probably over the summer, playing this exact same deck. So looking to set up a combo with, Goblin Matron, finding the different pieces. And this deck has, it has tons of redundancy, and it has several tutor effects. Goblin Matron.
Yep.
And they are already getting started, so Al is going to start things off with a Thoughtseize. Zako, at the bottom of your screen, playing Cascade Beans.
He's on the beans,
boy.
boy.
This is a new one that has kind of come out over the last couple of weeks. So who needs rhinos when you can just draw 3 cards?
Just cascade into your beans.
Just cascade into beans. So the beanstalk is going to bite the dust, leaving Zako with just
the correct choice.
It's just leaving Zako with just 6 cards.
If you're putting those beans in the graveyard, aren't they just going to come back? That's planting them, effectively.
How messed up would that card be if it did something when it was in your graveyard?
Stop. You're getting Modern Horizons 3 is coming out next year. We're going to give them ideas.
Zako going to start things off with a Windswept Heath and just pass back over to Al.
Yeah, so Beans has sort of taken up residence in a lot of these Eternal formats where you're playing reduced cost.
Yeah, you have tons of 5, 6, 7 mana spells, but they all cost 1 mana or less.
A second Thoughtseize out of Al here.
Yeah, here is another Thoughtseize. That's going to take care of this Shardless agent, leaving Zako with just a Fire Ice, a Solitude, and 3 lands.
Yep. And I will say the Fire Ice is still great in that hand. I think it can answer a lot of the threats that Al's going to... a lot of the cards that Al's going to... I say threats, but they're combo pieces mostly.
Yeah. Well, Al's deck can go aggro, most definitely.
And, even if it's just cycling itself, even if Zach just wants to take a turn to develop, he can ice his opponents, land on their upkeep, draw a card.
Yeah, a little tempo play.
Yeah, allow that to just sort of... some time to develop. And, he's at 19. Al isn't really presenting a lot of a threat for Zach.
Nope.
He gets to... He's sort of setting up now.
Try to strip away several of those cards. Get to the mid game here. Just another land from Zako.
And Al did play that
Aether Vial.
Aether Vial.
Yep.
God,
so Aether Vial is going to get a counter in his upkeep. And it's going to be another Blackcleave Cliffs. Here's 2 mana. That is the Runevelt Hordemaster.
Yeah, that's from Dominaria United.
So the Runevelt Hordemaster, whenever another non-token goblin you control dies, exile the top card of your library, you can play goblins exiled with Runevelt Hordemaster.
It impulses goblins out.
Yeah. Also gives them +1/+1. Whew. It's a 2-mana lord, man.
Yeah, it's very good. It's a 2/2, right?
It is a 2/2. It's a 2/2 for 2, yes.
Man, Magic has come a long way.
Beautiful unshock.
Yeah, he's... we looked through his deck.
I would imagine this is going to eat a fire. It is.
This is kind of what I was saying. That Fire Ice represents a lot of mobility.
Yeah. Gonna buy Zako tons of time. The Beans deck, of course, the control deck in this matchup.
Yeah. Okay, so he's bubbling it. It looks like he bubbled.
Oh, is it? I thought it was whenever another goblin dies. It's whenever a goblin dies?
I think it's whenever, because he just revealed what land.
Yeah, it was an Auntie's Hubble.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, back on Zako's turn. Going to take a draw step. Here's a Flooded Strand, and we'll just pass back over to Al.
Yeah, no real hurry here.
We can also operate at instant speed.
Yeah.
So he could have the... I always forget the name of that card.
Subtlety?
No, the instant Cascade card.
Oh,
the red
Violent Outrage.
Yeah, Violent Outburst.
I don't think he has that in the deck though. I think it's Bloodbraid Elf and
Shardless Agent. They're not playing the other one. Usually there's 12 Cascaders.
Yeah, I don't recall off the top of my head. I know he's got the...
I believe he's playing Violent Outburst.
Is he?
I think so.
I
could be wrong. But
I looked through the deck earlier, and like all I remember is one mismatching Shardless Agent, like stuck in my brain like a thorn.
How dare you, Zako? How dare you?
He has like he has the 3 extended arts and 1 old border. Okay, so we've got 4 mana now.
It is a Bloodbraid
okay.
Elf.
So he is on Bloodbraid, and we got beans.
Just a beans right off the top. So going to draw a card from this beans here.
This
Bloodbraid Elf is a 4 mana 3/3 with haste that draws a card when it comes into play,
and lets you draw other cards.
3 damage going to come across here to Al.
Yeah, this is sort of
as we pass back over to his turn. Aether Vial is going to get activated at the end of the turn. It's going to put a conspicuous Snoop.
So we're in danger territory now. That is an unsanctioned mountain?
Yeah, so those are like a callback to the original Unlands.
Yeah, they're...
the templating is similar.
Yep.
That being said, I'm not in love with them.
Oh, yeah?
They're gorgeous. They're gorgeous, but I like those original Unlands.
I do think they have to be in foil for me to like them. And
Did,
here's another Bloodbraid Elf. And another beans.
Wow. Things are getting out of control over here on Zako's side.
The beans on mana value 5 or higher, right?
5 or higher, yeah. And he does have that Solitude in hand.
That's exactly
I'm not sure if he has a card to pitch to it.
He's in danger territory just having Snoop in play.
I mean, these Bloodbraid Elves are just going to Pound Town, too, right? Another 6 damage coming across. Al is down to just 6 life.
Al can combo with the Snoop in play, though.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. Yeah. So Mountain's going to go to hand, and top card of the library is that a Goblin Matron?
Goblin Matron, yeah.
Goblin Matron, yep.
And now Al is wishing that he had that card in hand.
So it looks like Solitude getting evoked here. Going to draw 2 cards.
Woof.
Insane. Conspicuous Snoop going to go away. Here's another Auntie's Hovel, and Al with just 1 card in hand.
Yeah, this is... The really nice thing about this deck, this version of the deck, is that the Cascaders, especially them being threats, let the deck have a avenue to finish the game quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whereas before, like, the Beans decks were very, like, dirtily do nothing.
Here is... Speaking of win conditions, here is an Omnath.
Yeah.
Omnath is going to come into play, draw a card. Here is a Misty Rainforest, so that's going to gain 4. It's going to get cracked. Yes? No? Maybe?
If we don't need it, we don't need it.
Looking for lethal. Fire off of the top would do it.
Yeah, because he's got 6 on the board.
Another Bloodbraid Elf, I guess, would do it as well.
That being said, I don't think he's in any danger of losing right now.
No, way far ahead. Another land going to come into play. That's going to make Wurg. No black.
White, blue.
We made Wurg.
Yeah, we're not really tracking life totals here right now, though.
I believe they are.
Is he casting? Oh, he's casting a Lorien Revealed and drawing 5.
Yeah.
He's just drawing 5. Casual draw 5.
Yeah. Ancestral Recall ++. Zako with 1 billion cards in hand, going to come into the red zone.
Costing 5 mana is a feature, not a downside.
It's not a downside.
No.
So 6 going to come across tier. Al down to just 2. Zako probably going to be discarding a hand size.
Yeah. When you draw 5 cards in a turn, that sort of... So when I had said that...
A couple of lands going to hit the graveyard. We'll go back over to Al here. Looks like we are going to add... No? Yes? Maybe. 1 mana, 2 mana.
Is he just hard casting Goblin Matron?
3 mana. Here's a Matron.
He's casting it.
So can he combo here?
That's a good question.
It depends upon what he has in his hand, because he needs the...
What is Skirk Prospector?
That's a Skirk Prospector. Okay.
I don't know what he has in hand, but he has.
So I can't remember. Does Matron put to top of deck or to hand?
I believe
it goes to hand, right? Yeah. Okay,
yeah. Recruiter goes to top of deck. So now
here is the Skirk Prospector. No, that's not a Skirk Prospector. It's the one that draws goblins.
Yeah, it reveals the top 4 cards. You put goblins into your hand from the top. I don't think he hit anything there though.
Yeah, he did. He put 3 cards into his hand.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I thought he put them all on the bottom. Holy moly.
Here's 2 mana. Munitions Expert.
Yep.
So it's going to deal 3 damage to one of the
goodness.
Bloodbraid Elves. Here's another munitions expert. That's going to take care of Omnath. Yeah, I mean, he went from way far behind to look at this board. Absolutely out of control.
Incredible. And at 2 life, too.
So, I can't remember the name of this card. It's 4 mana. It's a 2/2 with haste.
Yeah.
When it comes into play, you reveal the top 4 and put all goblins into your hand.
Let's see.
Here is 2 mana. And are we done? Oh, he showed him a Fire Ice.
Oh, well,
all right.
yeah,
So that's going to finish up game 1. These players are going to sideboard. We will be right back. In just a few minutes.
Hey, everybody.
All right, these players are picking up their hands for game 2 here.
Coming in hot.
Why don't you tell me about what Zako did for his sideboarding?
Okay, so pretty small sideboarding choices that were made. He trimmed out a Leyline Binding and 2 of his Cascaders, one of each of the...
Okay.
And then he brought in 3 copies of Leyline of Sanctity. He's just trying to dodge those...
okay, the munitions experts.
And I think this
Thought
is...
Seizes.
Yes, exactly.
So for Al, also light sideboarding, just took out 2 copies of Thoughtseize, added 2 copies of Blood Moon.
That's funny.
Yeah, really just trying to fight that mana, you know.
Totally.
This deck's mana base is extremely greedy, playing only 3 basics, I think.
Yeah.
And so like a well-timed Blood Moon can really just shut their deck down.
Yeah, it's just playing an island, a swamp, or an island, a forest, and a plains.
And
I don't think it's playing a swamp or a mountain.
yeah, sounds right.
Yeah.
Looks like Al started off here with a Aether Vial.
Yep.
Zako is just fetching some lands, building up that mana base.
And we got a beans. Ladies and gentlemen, the bean count is at 4 today, we've seen.
Which is incredible because last time we only saw 1 copy all
Yeah.
day long, and it didn't even do anything. It drew a card when it came into play, and that was it.
Yeah, that last game, there was one that ate a Thoughtseize. Like, it got eaten by a Thoughtseize. And 2 that got hit off Cascaders and ended up drawing, I think, 6 cards total? 6 or 7?
I think it drew 7 cards.
Yeah.
That last one drew 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, a
was a
ton.
lot.
A ton.
That's a full card of hand of cards. Jeez. Yeah, that's so much card advantage. It's sort of like, even though Al stabilized there, Zach has this ability to kind of like draw into the exact card that he needs which in this case was just Fire and Ice. Fire and Ice to go over the top, and that was it. And here's a Teferi, the Time Raveler, if you will. Raveling Time.
Teferi always going to be very, very good, but it's not. I don't think it just shuts down this other deck, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's just a very fair card against them.
Yeah, Aether Vial doesn't use the stack. It just lets you put things. He did play his Orcish Bowmasters in response, though, which I think is totally reasonable. Like, it did force a little bit of action.
Yeah,
there.
I mean, you can't flash in Bowmasters once the Teferi resolves, so if Zako chooses to downtick, bouncing either the Vial or the Beans or the Orcish Bowmasters, the Bowmasters wouldn't be able to come in response and do a pingy ding. So looks like it is going to bounce the Vial. I think he pointed to the Vial.
Yeah.
So Teferi bouncing your own Bean seems pretty good.
Mm-hmm. In this case,
it just turns your Teferi into a recall.
Yep, and he does get to activate the Vial in response. Put that Snoop into play. Put the Vial back into hand.
Yeah, we got a game. This time.
This is a wow, and we got a munition expert on top. Holy dang!
Yeah, this Goblin deck looking real spicy this go around.
I'm looking up this the card that. I'm trying to find this Goblin that got played
Ringleader. I believe it's called Goblin Ringleader.
Okay.
All this stuff is getting in the red zone. Zako, gonna ponder for a second.
Ponder, not legal. Preordain, legal.
Shouldn't the army token have 2 counters on it from the Teferi?
No,
So he flashed it in response to Teferi. Teferi resolved, and then Teferi...
Yeah, he should have been able to ping and
Teferi,
draw.
Teferi bounced.
It's a bounce draw.
Oh, did he... No, he targeted the Aether Vial. I don't know. Something happened. Anyways.
And we've got another Snoop on top there. Snoop looking at Snoop, very much Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man.
No, it's Spider-Man putting his nasty nose up against the glass.
I just imagine these two goblins like looking at each other through the glass, like eyeballing each other. But they're so dumb they don't realize the other one can see them.
You.
Yeah.
This isn't my reflection.
Speaking of which, is Kiki Jiki in this deck?
I mean, that's how it wins, right?
I have no idea. I know.
Who needs to combo when you have munitions experts?
Honestly, that card is absurd. Modern Horizons, man, gave us a lot of stuff.
Yeah, Zako playing around Blood Moon. You see, he got the plains, and now he's gone after the forest.
Which is, he can get the basic island off of Lorien Revealed too, which is.
Here is a Bloodbraid Elf. That is going to cascade into a Beans.
No, into a Teferi.
Into a Teferi. Interesting.
We've seen play patterns like this in the past with like Jund, where Bloodbraid Elf cascades into a powerful 3-mana Planeswalker.
Yeah, it's just a thing.
Yeah.
Like, you just made 7 mana worth of spells for 4 mana. And Bloodbraid Elf has haste.
Correct. I don't know if he's getting in there. He's probably going to try to hold up.
Yeah, we're on defense right now.
Yeah.
So I would imagine this Teferi is probably just going to get rid of one of these pieces. Maybe. I don't know how threatened we are of comboing. I should really research this deck a little bit more because it's not played very often. I know how the Pauper version works with like first day of class.
Yeah, the Mogwarts
but
deck.
I don't think that's how this works at all.
I think Zako is trying to think about playing around this because if he down ticks that Teferi, it just dies.
So Solitude is going to get evoked here. I would imagine this is going to take care of this Orcish Bowmasters so that we're free to activate our Teferi.
Yep. So we have a Bowmaster's trigger there, and we have another Bowmaster's trigger there.
All right, so this Bowmaster is going to go away.
Yeah, that's reasonable. So he was able to ping it with
Teferi looks like it's going to take care of
and just draw another card.
Snoop.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't think it was part of his game plan to have that Teferi because obviously he cascaded into it. So he's totally fine just letting it go.
Yeah. Well,
that would be
honestly, I think cascading into Teferi is probably better than cascading into Beans there. I mean, if you get a Beans in play, you have the Solitude in your hand, but you're going to draw 2 additional cards plus a card when you cast the Solitude. So the Teferi, I think, was probably the optimal cascade.
It was a pretty clean answer. Now we got that Snoop coming back into play. It's a Cavern of Souls. Is that a cavern?
I'm sorry, what?
Is that a cavern?
That is a cavern,
okay.
yes.
There's like
a million versions of every card, and it's impossible for us to do commentary.
Yeah. Well, that new version of Caverns looks sick.
Yeah. Do you think they're going to complete the cycle?
Of...
It's called Caverns.
Caverns of Souls?
No, Caverns of Ixalan.
Oh, Caverns of Caves of Ixalan.
No, Caverns.
Caverns.
Isn't it Caverns? Lost Caverns of Ixalan?
Lost Cave.
Pretty sure it's Caverns. Probably wrong though.
I have to see my attorney.
Zako gonna untap here.
Yeah, it's Caverns of Ixalan.
What's a boy to do? Look at all this mana. All three basics in play now. No fear of that Blood Moon.
Both of these decks are very pretty. I love all of the card choices in here. I know you're not a huge fan of Owl's basics.
Zako just going to pass back. No, they're beautiful basics. Beautiful, what I'm saying is the original ones are better.
Oh, yeah.
Thoughtseize on the top here.
I think I like the Infinity ones a lot, but that's like personal.
Oh, the planet.
Yeah.
The SpaceX.
SpaceX. I have so fun fact about if anybody wants to know this, I've bought this store out of Infinity packs now.
Yeah?
Yeah, I bought them out.
10 out of 10.
I ended up opening 2 Saw and Halves, which you have one now.
Yes, thanks. People just give me cards. Another mountain here for Al.
Oh, yeah.
You think he should be fetching swamps? What if he draws his Blood Moon?
I don't know what the Black Splash looks like enough, but yeah,
it's Munitions Expert, Thoughtseize. I'm not sure what else.
If he were me and I were he, I would fetch a single swamp. Just so you know.
The bases are covered.
Yeah.
Auntie's Hovel on top. It's another Cavern of Souls. I would imagine that's going to name Goblin. Here is 4 mana. It's going to be a Goblin Ringleader. Goblin Ringleader going to reveal land, Aether Vial, Blood Moon, and Munitions Expert on top. Ringleader drawing 0 cards. Feels bad, man.
But he's got a Munitions Expert.
It has haste. Ringleader has haste.
Oh.
So we can just get in for 4 here. 5 because he has a Matron.
Yeah. That's, P good. Yeah, he's just getting in there.
Getting in for 5. Gonna knock Zacco down to 7 here.
This is the right
Zacco with a billion cards in hand.
We got a Solitude.
Gonna cast a Solitude, draw a card. So
Take
this is going to eat the conspicuous Snoop and either trade or kill the Matron.
I imagine it's going to
Kill the Matron.
Gain him some
So
life.
he'll go back up to 15 here before taking 2 from the Ringleader. Net 1 life. Pretty good. What's it going to be? Munitions Expert. Looks like Munitions Expert before damage.
Yeah, smart. So he doesn't
not going to gain.
Does not gain any
Take
life.
2. Yeah, this Goblin deck is pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the synergies in here.
I'm gonna pass back over to Zacco here. Aether Vial is a heck of a magic card.
Yeah, lets you play things at instant speed, and it gives you outs around counter magic. Which you'll notice, like even he has Cavern of Souls and he has Aether Vial. He is not
Counter's
magic.
not doing anything to you. Bloodbraid Elf. What's it gonna be? Second copy of Beans? Teferi the Time Raveler?
Land? Fire Ice? Fury? Leyline? Oh, now he knows.
All the information is on the table.
There is literally nothing left. Oh, we have a...
Oh, we're cascading multiple times.
Does it cascade if you cast it from somewhere other than your hand?
Sure does.
So this is the reason that Bloodbraid Elf is in the deck, is to get you beans. Because with Bloodbraid, you can get beans by hitting your Cascader.
Yeah, but if you hit Shardless Agent.
So he's going to hit another bean, draw another card, because that's the only 2-mana card in the deck.
Yep.
It used to be Footfalls, and now we've replaced it with beans.
Well, to be fair, I think Rhinos is still a deck.
Agreed.
Yeah, this is just a different deck.
Cascade just allows us to do some weird things. You'll notice that his deck is looking quite thin now. It's been doing some cardio. It's lost a little off the top.
Yeah, able to just, refill the hand and create this board presence. Here's a Fury.
This is the danger card for Al.
They're all gone.
Yep.
Goodbye, cards.
Al at 21 with no board other than the Aether Vial there. and Zach, I don't think in any hurry to end things. He's a nice board setup. He's at 10 life. He's just gonna get in there with Bloodbraid.
And Al with just 1 card in hand, I think.
Oh yeah.
That Ringleader riffing, it felt real bad, man.
Yeah.
Really unfortunate.
Not hitting anything. If he draws another Ringleader, I think that's his best out.
Yeah, that's what you saw in game 1 was he had the Ringleader that drew 3 cards, and then all of a sudden he went from having no board presence to having 4 or 5 permanents in play all in a single turn.
He has
with very few mana because of that Aether Vial.
Exactly. And he has so much mana now, all he just needs to do, he has the oh, here we go. It's an
Omnath gonna come down.
And before the land. So now he's got life.
Yep, Zacco gonna gain 4, go up to 14.
It's 4 life. It's 4 life.
It's 4 life.
That's so absurd.
It's 4 life. It's 4 life. It's 4 mana.
He's gonna take
4
a damage,
power,
and now he's gonna get
4
4
life.
mana.
It's 4 more mana. It's 4 damage. It's all 4s.
What is better, Omnath or Aragorn? 4 mana Aragorn.
Probably Omnath.
I think so.
So Aragorn depends upon what else you have.
Yeah.
You have to have other cards to make Aragorn good. Omnath, just a 4/4 that draws a card.
But it also benefit I think Omnath is better if you have lands in hand, and Aragorn is better if you have spells in hand. Because Aragorn rewards you for casting those cards.
But think about nothing else other than the card itself.
Oh.
Omnath is better. In a vacuum,
because he replaces himself in your hand.
Zacco going to cast the Leyline of Sanctity.
Sorry, not modern legal Aragorn. Wait, no, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, the 4-color Aragorn is legal.
Not the
The
Jeskai.
Jeskai one is not.
Okay. Confusion in products, never in my Magic the Gathering.
Shardless Agent and Bloodbraid Elf going to come in the red zone here.
A Snoop?
Conspicuous Snoop going to come in. Is this a Snoop on
Hordemaster.
defense?
Yeah, maybe.
Nope.
No.
End of turn. End of turn Snoop. Aether Vial is going to go up to
Draw.
3. Going to draw a card. Cavern of Souls on top.
What is he playing?
Here is a Murderous Cut. That's going to trigger Beans twice.
Draw 2 cards. Why not? Why shouldn't I have a little card draw as a treat?
Why shouldn't I keep it?
Yeah. Not playing the ring. Oh, what do we got?
2 mana. Munitions Expert.
There we go. Okay.
Going to deal 2 damage to the Bloodbraid Elf. Conspicuous Snoop going to go away.
For the oppressive board state that Al is dealing with here, he is he's holding in there.
Yes, yep. That Hordemaster is the last card in hand, I believe, though.
Yeah, he is hell bent now.
Here is a Leyline Binding.
Yeah, gonna draw 2 cards and exile probably the
Hordemaster.
Yeah, this is a rough one.
Yeah, this Cascade Beans deck looking pretty sick if you like to draw a lot of cards and answer everything.
You mean play Magic? Uh-huh. Yeah, Zacho here just slowly lowering the shipping container of value onto his opponent. It's like, you know that scene in Austin Powers where
Nope, I'm just thinking about the Roadrunner. That's all I'm thinking about.
But it's like the scene in Austin Powers where he's driving like the big the rolling flattener. I don't know what you call those things.
A steamroller?
Yeah, steamroller. And that guy, the guard is like telling him to stop, but won't get out of the way.
Oh
He's like,
my
stop.
God.
That's like the value that's like rolling out. You can't get out of the way. It's just gonna slowly roll you over and it's gonna hurt the whole time.
Bloodbraid Elf going to come down here and Cascade a little bit. Is this lethal? So we got 5, 4, 9.
Yeah, we got a Shardless Agent. It's gonna come down and get beans. We're getting another beans.
So this attack here will put...
Look at how skinny his deck is.
Yeah. This attack here will put Al down to just 2 life, so he's basically going to need a miracle to be able to fight back here.
What are we doing? Oh, he doesn't have... He just gets to reveal his deck now.
His deck is gone.
Yeah.
Are there only 2 copies of Beans in the deck?
No. I think he exiled some.
Oh, okay. To what?
I think they got... Did they get hit?
I think there's only 2 Beans.
There's just 2? Mm-hmm. I thought there would be 4 beans. That's not enough beans.
Oh, they could be in his hand. He doesn't have a million cards.
Yeah, that's
He's got
true.
a million cards in his hand.
Listen.
Here's 2 mana.
If you're anything like me...
It's a beans.
Because it's beans. You like more beans.
Sure.
How many beans do you need for a casserole? At least 3.
Al's going to take a draw step here, is 5 mana for a Kiki Jiki, and that's going to do it.
That's match.
Zacho is going to take this one down into... That's it for round 1
Exciting
here
stuff.
at the OCM Championship Series qualifier.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get Zacho in here for a little interview.
Heck yeah, let's do that.
All right, we're back. We got Zacho in here in the coverage booth. What's up, bro?
Hi, buddy.
How'd that go?
That's kind of like the dream, right? Like, I'm just playing a value deck with so much creature removal. Every 3-for-1 I have draws a card. So
Yep.
It's insane.
You ran out of beans.
Like,
You ran out.
yeah, well, go ahead.
and you had like 12 cards left in your deck at the end of the game.
Casually. Well, I was kind of fearful to play the last beans. So I'd cut one because I knew that the matchup could get a little grindy.
Yep.
And I
Oh, you cut one.
Okay.
Yeah, I could have beans from the deck just because I was a little worried that I was going to get a little grindy, and I was going to wind up without win conditions.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happens, you just kind of deck yourself.
Yep.
I'm not playing main deck endurance, which would help that problem. But
Yep.
But also, like, you want cleaner cascaders, because, like, cascading your blood braid into...
So
into
like
Shardless Agent.
So I mean for years it's been Cascade into Rhinos, and I mean that's still a deck. It's a very very different deck.
yes.
Though like this is not even close, and like I still have this weird box inside of my head where like I can't get over the fact that we are just cascading into a 2-mana enchantment.
Yeah, it blew my mind at first too. I mean, I'm traditionally a Yawgmoth player,
Yep.
but like with this deck floating around, it's my nightmare. You know, like creature-based deck that plays against 4 Furies and 4 Solitudes. That every time they play one of those,
they draw a card.
Draw a card at least, if not
Draw
2.
3 cards.
Yeah,
Get all your beans in play. Just go. For
Yeah,
it.
that turn in game 1 where you hardcast Lorien revealed and drew 5 cards was like jaw straight on the floor.
That was. There,
if ever there was a time when I thought I would see a Tidings cast in Modern, it would have been about 15 years ago.
I thought I was going to see a Bowmaster come down in response to that. That would have been brutal.
Yeah, that would have been a real good play from my opponent. But I knew the 2 of the last 3 cards in his hand, so I was like, this is pretty safe, I think, and I just really wanted to try to kill him that turn.
It's surprising for a deck that draws like 2, 3, sometimes upwards of 5 cards a turn, that you're like not actually that afraid of Orcish Bowmasters.
Mm-hmm.
You just have answers.
Yeah,
like Teferi took care of one when you cascaded into it pretty easy, and like Fire Ice, like that's pretty clean.
Yeah, and like there's so many answers to it. Like the deck is just built to like handle that, and like at the end of the day, Bowmasters is just a 1/1 creature.
Yep.
So it just it just dice to about everything in your deck. So.
You're not playing. Like none of your creatures are really imperative to stick around.
No.
Like so, what was the thinking of bringing in the Leyline of Sanctity there?
So my big thought was if he's on a version with a lot more discard and hand disruption, I was also a little afraid of like a Necromentia type effect.
Oh sure.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah,
That's
just
rough.
like because like if they take my beans, then we're in for a real game. but I don't know if my opponent was on that. I knew he was probably playing Blood Moons, but I don't really think that Force of Vigor was quite.
So you were afraid of the goblin stealing your beans?
Yes,
ultimately.
Tales
We're really hitting the fairy tales here.
All right, that's gonna do it for round 1. We'll be back in just a little bit with round 2. Bye.
Love you.